chocolate number one. This warm is so good. It's like low-key kind of bitter, but it's damn good. So I might have just paid $8 for 8 pieces of chocolate, but they're giving out chocolate during the tour, and I took so many that it filled up a whole bag. So was it worth it? Yeah, because I ate so much chocolate. I'm so full. Cheers. Okay, she's crispy. What? Let's go. So today I went to Eidsvold and Geisbach waterfall, and it was really fun because I've been planning to do it for a while, and I've been watching so many videos about it, and I go, and it's freaking raining. It's like pouring. Like my raincoat is to its max capacity. It's working overtime. So I got my photos of like the Chloe photos, right? And then I had to catch the boat, but the boat comes every 2 hours and I just missed it. So I just sat in the freaking cold. At least there was like a little roof off the top of my head, but I sat there for 2 freaking hours waiting for the boat, soaking wet. And it was so damn cold because there was like a wind too. But I was like, is this even worth like getting the boat to go up to guys if I say it with confidence, it's gonna sound right. So Geisbach. Like, is it even worth taking the boat to go up to the mountain? But I'm stubborn, so I waited. And it was kind of worth it. It was really nice. So once you take the boat, there's 2 options. You either hike up or you take the funicular. The funicular is like this little like cart, like it's a little train, but it goes up. So I spent $12 Canadian pretty much to take this little train thing up and down. But it was kind of fun because my goal is to go on all the modes of transportation. So that was the one thing checked off. And then once you get up there, there's like a hotel, and then if you go up a little bit more, there's like the waterfalls. So I went to the hotel. I took my Chloe pictures, you know it, and then I still had time. So then I was like, what the heck, let's hike up to the waterfall. And I like assumed it was like a long hike or whatever, but it only took me 30 minutes, which was crazy. I think it took me 30 minutes. Yeah, I think it took me 30 minutes to go all the way up. Well, not all the way up, to the point where I could walk behind the falls. So I walked behind the falls. Okay, so I'm in Luxembourg right now, and my goal today is to see cows. And we're already at a good start because there's cows. Let me turn this thing around. Do you see that? Those are cows. Okay, but I want to see them real close up, so let's hope for the best. Update. It's been like 10 minutes and I can definitely smell the cows. I'm so excited. The cows. Oops. Cows. 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 So, a little bit of a weather report. Yesterday it was like hella pouring, and then today it's like cloudy, but the clouds look like kind of nice on the mountains, right? It's giving me a little Mysterio vibes, you know. But I'm just glad it's not raining. And like it's kind of nice because like since it's overcast, it's not that hot because I'm like wearing a pretty thin like jacket. But I'm like sweating, like I'm really hot. I was kind of nervous because I thought I'd be cold just wearing this, but like you're like walking and sweating. So good decision, Lina. weather, eh? Yeah. Today we're eating salami, chicken salami, and bread, milk bread. It's quite delicious because it was okay price. I think it's cheaper than salami back home, honestly. I think it was like $4, and the quite a bit, honestly. And like the salami at home, sometimes there's like a really funky smell to it, or like there's like a sour taste. But this is really delicious for like the price. I'm like really surprised because I thought it'd be nasty, honestly. But it's delicious. We're taking a break. I think I might walk a little bit up more to the top of the hill, and then we're gonna go down, and I gotta go back because we're going paragliding. Let's go. See you soon. Am I scared? Not really. Will I be scared once I put on all the gear? Probably.
Get enough experience.
I know that song that's like Mount Everest ain't got shit on me, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah.
I'm currently in Grindelwald. So I finished skydiving and I was like, oh, I still have like 2 hours of my day. So I decided to do a little city hopping and go to Grindelwald. Unfortunately, all the lifts are closed right now. But I mean, it's a pretty sight and it's a little foggy, but I kind of vibe with it, you know. I was waiting to go on the funicular on a thing, and the guy was like, you should go down and look at the animals. And look at the animals. Oh my god, it's looking right at me. Oh my god. It's so cute. Good morning. I mean, good evening. So, as you can see, I paid $22 to go up and see absolutely nothing. But it's kind of funny, and I'm gonna record part of the vlog here and talk about my trip, kind of like just the ending part, the outro, I guess. because I paid $22 to get up here. Here's a cute sunspot. Here's my last meal in Switzerland. Leftover bread and salami and water and maybe some chocolate. This is the view, pretty good view, little market. So Switzerland has all these fountains like around the cities and like pretty much everywhere to drink water. But like, do you think this is a drinking type of fountain or like a pretty type of fountain? Because I'm thirsty. I think I might get some water right there.
Nächster Halt, Zürich Hauptbahnhof. Dieser Zug fährt weiter als S16 nach Hartbrück.
Oh gosh. Hello. This is as far as it can. Oh my god, I shook. Oh my god. Okay. Hello, I'm sitting at the top of Interlaken right now. I paid $22 to sit up here and take my stupid little Instagram moment, even though, as you can see, there is no view whatsoever to look at. But it's kind of funny, I think. And it's also starting to rain. But I want to talk a little bit about my trip. So tomorrow's my last day, and I think that leading up to this trip, I was like looking forward to it so much. Like, I was watching so many Swiss videos, so many like train videos while like studying. And then when it came closer to the trip, I had such a hard time planning because it's so weather dependent on what I would do for the day. And I had such a hard time that I started procrastinating about it. And I think I planned the day before what to do. Was that smart? Probably not. But I mean, it kind of worked out. It's kind of unfortunate that when I came, the weather like really sucked. Like, it was raining every single day, or it's cloudy like this. But I think I made the best of it, and honestly, I just like wandered most of the time, and like, yeah, that made me not, like, I wasn't able to do all the things I wanted, but that's because during the trip I started wanting to do more. Like, the original plan was to go to Iceland to do all the Chloe stuff, go to Interlaken, you know, look around the city. What else was there? And go to Zurich to do more Chloe stuff. There's another thing that I wanted to do. I can't remember. But anyways, like, my purpose for this trip was fulfilled. But staying here, I got more selfish and wanted to do more things. And unfortunately, like, the time that I stayed here was way too short. I'm gonna double check if the audio's working. 1 second. Okay, the audio was working. It was just like connected to my AirPods that I forgot to put back in the case. But let's continue. So, a few learnings that I've had after having my first international trip was sometimes just because the flight is really cheap doesn't mean you should book it. Because I booked London first, right? And then I booked Switzerland after, because I realized I think there's people walking close. So the problem was I booked Switzerland after, but then that meant that I need to go from Switzerland back to London to Vancouver. And I thought that was fine and dandy because it was cheaper. But Lina, you didn't think that you need to get your ass from one airport to the other airport, and that costs money. And you need to book a room in London for you to sleep in for your trip back home the next day. So that was where I messed up. And then the second thing that I messed up at was not planning this trip better and coming up with a list of things I wanted to do earlier, because I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do, which sucked. Okay, that was the next thing. The third thing that I learned is eating at home is so much better. You can buy your groceries and it saves so much money. Like, I bought a bag of cheese, salami, and bread for $8, 8 Canadian dollars, and that lasted me my whole trip to Switzerland. Granted, I had one meal, which was fondue for 50 Canadian dollars. I think it was 45 Canadian dollars, right? That was my only restaurant meal, and it was very expensive. And you know what? I think bread and salami tasted better. So that was my next learning. So those were my top 3 learnings. I think I'm like totally okay to travel again by myself. Like, I think this was a great learning experience, and it was scary at first, like going to the train station in Switzerland, not knowing how to get on what train I needed, how did the train system work, and not having my data work in Switzerland. So it was really stressful, but I learned that like I can actually like problem solve and like figure these things out. And even if I did my research beforehand, like I think that's kind of more fun learning it at the time. Well, like, okay, at the time it was really stressful, but like it was really fun learning and then having like that outcome experience. But it's really hard because I'm like a perfectionist and I want like everything to be perfect. So like when I missed my boat ride to see the waterfalls, I was really sad and mad at myself because I had to wait for like 2 hours for the next boat to come, and that sucked. But I was able to see what I wanted to see at the end. So like, you gotta look at the bigger picture, you know. So yeah, I think my trip went well, and I'm ready to go on my next trip to California and head in the clouds. Okay, there's people coming, so I'm gonna stop. Goodbye. That's the end of Lina's forehead vlogs. Hi, donkey. Oh my god. Hello. Hello. Can I touch you? Hello. Hello. Look at this cute. Look at this key. It's like an old person key. You put it in. Oh. Huh? Okay, you put it in and then you can lock it. I do not think it is locked. Honestly, I don't quite understand how to use it. I think I understand. Okay, so like this little latch there, so it's good. It's locked.